late, there are combat veterans and many preppers that are questioning or actually warning against the concept of full tactical dress. This is what I was issued back in 2001. It still fits, and so I maintain it in case there's ever a need to sneak around the woods. I did upgrade from Alice gear to this Molly vest because unless you have an old 50s vintage M14 pouch, Alice gear does not support 308 mags. This UCP pattern doesn't fit the Woodland BDU pattern very well, but I primarily bought this particular Molly vest for my Minuteman rig. So this is one of several Minuteman rigs I maintain, something that while working on the homestead I can put on and be ready to go in a minute or less. For the reasons these preppers and combat veterans state, I have not really put too much time, money, or resources into upgrading my tactical dress. If I ever get to the point where I believe tactical dress has priority, I will get an OCP pattern Molly vest. A retired Green Beret turned commune leader did an entire feature titled "Of Warlords and Super Mayors." If you have a total collapse of authority, nature abhors a vacuum. Someone's going to take charge in the form of warlords and super mayors. So in an SHTF situation, if you're dressing in tactical gear, it will probably be in service to a warlord. If the riots of 2020 is any indication, SHTF is not going to be as cut and dried. We're not going to be under rule of law one moment and without the rule of law in the other. There's going to be a big gray area. And you're going to have to present a different kind of image to different people. You're not going to have time to dress for the occasion on a surprise attack, so your Minuteman gear or Minuteman loadout would be more practical. Likewise, if you patrol in tactical dress while there's still some rule of law, you're going to attract the attention of the wrong people, mainly authorities. So I'm going to have to agree with these combat veterans and other preppers who say that tactical dress is not as important as one might believe.
The late Colonel Cooper himself was not beyond being what we might call tactardish or tacticool. Back in the 70s, when he was consulting for law enforcement and militaries, it appears that he really liked the Foreign Legion look here. In his early years at Gunsight, he appeared to have still liked the Foreign Legion look with the official Gunsight kepi. As the years passed, he toned down the Legionnaire look, but he still preferred headgear that very closely resembled the French kepi. And he was known to like the look of characters out of Mickey Spillane novels. In his later years, he began to embrace more of the big white hunter look. And the most iconic picture of him today is the big white hunter from Africa look. Gunsight staff members appear to embrace the late Colonel's sportsman look, which is in keeping of the scout rifle's purpose as a hunting or sporting rifle first. And here is the dress of the men and some women in the first Scout Rifle Conference.
My Minuteman rig. So this is one of several Minuteman rigs I maintain, something that while working on the homestead I can put on and be ready to go in a minute or less. In keeping to what these preppers and combat veterans promote in the what's called the Minuteman dress, the Scout Rifle community is pretty much already there. If you look at Cooper's dress in his later days and the scout rifle enthusiasts, their dress is pretty much limited to simple and practical. A ball cap or some kind of brimmed hat, a sport shirt, something like a safari or hunter shirt, and utility trousers. Currently, military BDU trousers, especially in an obsolete pattern no longer issued, combined with a civilian shirt, is pretty much considered acceptable civilian dress. If you read some of Cooper's doctrine on the rifleman and his use of the rifle, one would think that camo patterns and even full-blown ghillie suits would be required equipment, and that may yet be the case. One concept that I'm going to be working on is not a ghillie suit, but a ghillie poncho. You can be in a non-threatening civilian rig, and when necessary, reach over your shoulder, your pack, unfold, and pull a ghillie poncho over you, and get down in the bush and hide. Then if you have to, you roll it back up, get back up, and go back to the innocent look. Look forward to seeing that on future videos. I'm currently working on the concept. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.